Hey guys, it is Jacob here with the part three of the beginner's progression. You farmed a bit, you got all your weapons to like 4320 or whatever you wanted to get them. For my build 3060 is enough, but for most other builds that use skills 4320 will be the breakpoint there. So once you get every weapon to that level, what's next? Well, next is choose your main weapon and start leveling it over the mastery levels. Once you get to the mastery levels, I would recommend everyone to pick these points in the skill tree. These ones will help you scale armor from the mastery levels, and these ones will let you scale damage from the mastery levels. So the higher you level your weapon, the higher bonus you will get from these nodes. Okay, now when we farmed a lot of like the keys to the Gravedigger's Cove, this will be the one dungeon that I would recommend everyone to run themselves, because you can get more rewards if you run it like with the right setup. So what you want to get to prepare for the dungeon is you want to get chance to spawn an elite on all 4 pieces. So on the helmet as well. You want to get a bow and get the bow to level 5040, and then you simply enter the dungeon. It is located here on the bottom left. It is level 38, so it is not hard to kill the monsters there. And what you will do here is you will be picking up a lot of stones, and you have a limited time for it. So you run to the middle, you interact with the NPC, and one of the gates open here. So what you want to do is get into the cave and start looting and kill as many monsters as possible. Once the crypt is done, the NPC will call you back. You can interact with it again and will open a different gate, which you can then enter and start clearing again. Loot everything that is inside, keep killing monsters, keep spawning monsters with your monster mods. Also want to have enough energy regeneration to be able to spam your rain of arrows. That's the crypt. And you simply do this over and over until you run out of time. You have like 3 minutes in this dungeon. So you really want to loot as much as possible. As many stones as possible. If you feel like you are not efficient enough, just feel free to use the core dream after you run the dungeon twice. There's the NPC in the town called Core Dream that will run the dungeon for you. I will show that as well. As you can see on the right side, I'm getting a lot of the stones. After you complete the dungeon, you will have around, like, if you get your character higher, you will get around 2k keys, 2k stones of each one, which will boost your character power because it boosts your fossil. So you want to run the dungeon twice at least, and then you can use the NPC, but I would recommend running it yourself, learn the layout and learn what to do, so you can get more power from it. Okay, once you complete the dungeon twice, you can go to Cordrim here and give him up to 10 keys. And click dispatch. He will spawn a chest and give you a reward for running like the amount of keys that you gave him. It will give you around 1.6k stones per key. So yeah, you can definitely farm more if you run with this like elite spawning setup. But yeah, if you don't want to waste the time that much, or you just simply don't want to run the dungeon, the card dream will run it for you. You also want to get to Rapture level 75 at least to open a few additional dungeons, additional important dungeons. One of them would be the Ancient Catacombs lower layer, where you need this key. You can craft that key on this station here. This one. And these materials, you will get one of those materials for every Ancient Catacombs run. So once you run 7 Ancient Catacombs, you can craft this key and enter that dungeon. And to show you what that dungeon rewards you with, I will log to my other character. And basically what that dungeon lets you do is get additional skill points. So you get 200 skill points, one per each level up to level 200. And after that you stop getting skill points, so you cannot put more points into your skill tree. Unless you run the Ancient Catacombs lower layer, you enter that one. It is always Rapture level 70, so it is really easy to complete. At this point, you just hop in, kill the boss that spawns like this, complete the dungeon, and at the end of this bridge, there is this cage. If you interact with the prisoner, you can gain skill point. And like this, you can pretty much eventually fill the entire tree. It is not necessary, obviously, because not all the points are useful. But if you are missing a few points here and there, this dungeon will help you finish what you were planning to do. And you will open new key recipes pretty much on this NPC here. Will let you upgrade the key station, this one. So key to the Harmonian Olympus, key to the Underrealm, key to the Bridge of the Demigods. And let's check what they require. So key to Harmony and Olympus you can craft from free imbued Dwarven runes. Then you will run the special boss. So by running Harmony and Olympus, you will have chance to drop items like this, for example, where you will get a purple item with up to 2 monograms on it, which are random. You cannot change them afterwards, so you need to drop the monograms that are useful for your build. And in Harmony and Olympus, amulet, rings, and relic. Then you have the Bridge of the Demigods. That would be this key. You will need scrolls from each region. From Rapture level 75 and onward, after killing an elite, there is a chance to spawn a container that will contain, I believe, 5 of these scrolls. So you need 6 from each region, and then 3 imbued Dwarven runes to craft 1 key to Bridge of the Demigods. And in Bridge of the Demigods, you will have chance to drop the other slots, like a helmet, boots, these bracers as well, probably relic as well, with up to 2 monograms. So for example, you will be able to drop something like this with 2 monograms. Then you will open the Underrealm as well. To open the Underrealm, you only need to complete Rapture level 70. But you cannot craft the keys to it until you reach Rapture level 75. And also to be able to drop the materials for the keys, which are these fragments. This can be crafted into an Underrealm key. You need to complete Rapture level 75 infused. What that means is that you need to go to your station here or to your portal and open a location. Click Rapture level 75 and click infuse here. What that does, it basically boosts the dungeon. So when you open it, the monsters will net you more experience, and there will also be this NPC here which you can interact with, and will let you pay this purple coin for a choice of 3 things, where you have one upside and one downside on each, and you basically can alter the gameplay a little bit to get a little bit higher reward. You need to complete this on Rapture level 75 to be able to start dropping the Underrealm key materials, basically. For the Underrealm, you can practice all the endgame bosses in it for fairly cheap, because getting a key into Underrealm is really easy. So as you progress down the Underrealm, you can get like more quartz here, you can get keys, you can get energy regen stones, a few of them. And as you progress lower, you will be able to practice your, for example, Zulfite. The only thing that you need to keep in mind is that once you kill the boss in the Underrealm, you cannot enter the boss fight in Underrealm again. So if you really only want to practice, just leave the fight before you kill the boss. So that's that. That's Zul here. A little bit lower is the Scorch as well. And on the sides, like there are quartz here, energy regen stones, keys, and other bosses as well. This one is notable as well, Banshee Portal. What Banshee lets you do, whenever you encounter a Banshee, it's a really fun fight. Hopefully you encounter her on softcore at first. After every kill of Banshee, you will get 1 card draw, the same as if you farm 5 more quartz. So for every Banshee, you will be able to draw 1 more card for your build, so you can eventually get all the cards as well. And now I will show you the dungeons that you will have access afterwards, after that. So you have Harmonian here, which opens at Rapture level 75. It starts at Rapture level 80. So once you craft the key, you can enter. It is Rapture level 80 at the start, and for each completion, you can like increase its levels. Increasing the levels of it increases the chance for the items to spawn with 2 monograms, so it is worth it if you are able to kill it on higher levels. It also increases the item level of the items, so they have better rolls. The same applies to Bridge of the Demigods, which opens on Rapture level 100 at first, but you can start crafting the keys from Rapture level 75 onwards. After completing the Demigods dungeon, you will be getting these materials, Demigod Blood goblets, and for 5 goblets, you will be able to craft key to Archion's Cathedral, which is another boss fight. And in that boss fight, you will have chance to drop weapons with up to 2 monograms, together with other items as well. You will be able to drop armor pieces as of the demigods, and you will be able to drop accessories, the same as in Harmonian Olympus. So you can drop all of that in Cathedral of Archion's Cathedral. And somewhere on the way, you will also start getting these Elven capital materials, Elven fragments from containers. You will want to focus them eventually, like after you get above Rapture level 100 or 120. After you basically manage to cap your damage reduction bonus from your black crystals at 50%, you will want to start focusing on Elven fragments more. Or mainly on Elven fragments. And what Elven fragments will let you do is they will let you scale your fossil a lot. You can craft Elven keys from them, but not on this station. You actually have to go into ancient catacombs and run to this NPC here. And in ancient catacombs, there is this NPC here, ambassador of Galfelun, and he will let you buy one key per 1,000 per 100,000 of these Elven key fragments. So what you want to do is you want to farm like, let's say 100 keys or some, and run them in bulk, most likely. Or you can just run them one by one if you like don't want to min-max your Elven tree, and you run the Elven tree that I recommended, the universal one. You don't need to like store them, you can just let Cordrim run them for you. You need to run the dungeon twice yourself, and to get inside the Elven capital, after you complete the Elven capital twice, Cordrim will have an option here to run the keys for you, which is what I would recommend everyone doing, because running them is just not worth the time when you can use Cordrim. You need to run them twice yourself, and for that, if you have this node spec'd in your Elven tree, you will have a chance to spawn a portal whenever you destroy a mining node in your Rapture. And there's a chance to spawn a blue portal from that, which will consume a key, but there's also a like really small chance to spawn a golden portal that will not consume a key. And before running your stones, you also want to put as many points into this node down here, as many of points as possible, because this will increase the rapture level of that dungeon. The only thing that you kill in the dungeon is like a few rares, so just don't run it with the elite spawn gear. But you will mainly be destroying mining nodes and dropping stones from these. So before you run your Elven capital, you want to spec into this node, this node, this node, and then as many points into this as you can put there. If you don't want to wait for the random spawn from the node that I just showed you, you can run a random infused dungeon, and there's a chance on this NPC that it will let you spawn a portal into Elven Capital. So you can either keep running infused dungeons. I will just try to roll it here real quick, just to show you what it looks like. Just don't do it with your characters like this, because those infused beetles and the coins are like not infinite. You have to farm for them. I'm not planning to play on this character anymore, so... And this is how it looks like. Always gain an Elven capital portal, so you click that. And then you just go in, and once you like destroy mining node, the Elven portal will spawn like this. You enter the Elven capital. After you crafted your keys in your ancient catacombs, you enter the Elven capital like this. And this is what the dungeon looks like. You basically fall here. and then you run over this, over all these mining nodes as fast as possible, so just get more movement speed if you want to farm it yourself, but you have Core Dream for it. Do not farm it yourself, just do it twice, because you have to do it twice, and then let Core Dream do it for you. After you get to the end, you can use this stone here to enter again, so you can run it twice like this. And after that, you basically have to press T to go to town. You will get some stones as well. You will get a lot of materials, and if you have more keys, just go to Core Dream here, give him the stones, dispatch him, and he will bring you these. So 1.5 million metal flames, 1.5 million Dwarven stones, and extra stones here. You take them all, and you take them to this anvil here, and you craft your damage stone, armor stone, and that's pretty much it. This, and on this like small anvil you craft your weapon damage stone, and that's what lets you scale your character to infinite numbers. So yeah, after completing the Elven capitals, you will be getting these coins, which will let you craft Zul keys. I can even show you a Zul fight. Zul is right here. I will run it on 180 just to make it a little bit easier on me. Zul is a boss that can basically one-shot you when he gets to you, so you need to stay in range.
I can take those extra keys.
You can use this NPC to give him all the keys that you have and run it only once. So this is Zul. If he hits you, he kills you pretty much, unless you get Giga survivability, which my character doesn't have yet. And you definitely don't want that to happen, because farming the Elven capital keys takes time, and you definitely do not want to waste any of these keys once you get to this point. So just stay in range. A little tip here: if you get these nodes for movement speed, you will get pretty much a little bit higher movement speed than Zul has, so you will be able to outrun him with these movement speed nodes. And the reason you are farming Zuls are these materials here. You want to get as many of these as possible to be able to infuse your gear. So whenever you see that there, just pick it up. As you can see, Zul can drop items with two random monograms. So yeah, if you find a weapon with the monograms that you need, your weapon with the monograms that you need, then by all means take it. But I would recommend everyone to just focus on these Forger's Dust. This is the Hellforge that will let you infuse items. So you can put a purple item down here and put a yellow item up here, and if you have enough Forger's Dust from Zul, it would take one of these 4 mods on the item and put them on the purple item that you put on the bottom. What you want to do is you want to do it with one item, most likely, so I'm focusing on my armor. The only thing that you need to make sure to do before you enter the ancient catacombs, you need to unequip the armor to be able to put it here, and then prepare a few like filler items that you want to fill into it. So what I do, I roll my items, I craft them with the right mods, and once they have like 3 mods that I can use in my build, then I store them, and once every like a few days I go here and infuse them into my body armor whenever I get enough materials from Zul. And when your character gets strong enough, you will eventually get access to Scorch, the Ashweaver's Lair, which opens on Rapture level 165, but you are not able to craft the keys into it until you complete Rapture level 200. So after Rapture level 200, you will be able to craft these keys, and that's the end boss of the game pretty much. And he drops weapons with 3 monograms like this, which all of them are the same, and all of them are for the same skill and like the same monogram like I have on this site example right here. So you will be farming Scorch to get a weapon for your build with your stats, with the skill that you want to get. Once you get that, you will still want to farm more Scorches to get this material here, which I haven't used yet, but what that will let you do is once you get a good yellow item, this material will let you add crafting spec onto an item, and you will basically be able to use the crafting forge to upgrade a role indefinitely as long as you are able to add more specs. So that's another way of scaling the character. One is infusing your purple item, and one is upgrading mods on one of your yellow items, pretty much indefinitely. And for Scorch, I have an entire video with that boss fight, so just check that out. And that's pretty much it for the entire endgame. So yeah, just keep scaling your characters, keep crafting more stones, keep infusing items, keep adding the crafting specs on your items with the Scorch materials. You can scale indefinitely, just push the rapture levels as high and as long as you are able to like still play the game. Yeah, thanks everyone for watching. I hope this video helps you. If it does, leave it a like, subscribe. I will see you in my next guides. Bye.